Shake and bake.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web here on a happy edition, maybe not so happy for a Bucs taking on the chin on Monday Night Football, 24-9 versus the Detroit Lions. We got to turn the page because you know what's next. The New Orleans Saints. Who doesn't hate the New Orleans Saints? I do. You do. Baker Mayfield does. Right, Baker?
Shake and bake.
He definitely does hate the Saints. We'll talk about it. We'll definitely take your phone calls tonight. But how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, it's your time. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. On tonight's show, of course, we'll have Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, on with us about 9:30, maybe 9:15. We'll see. And then we will have the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneers Radio Network, doing what else? Taking your questions, taking your phone calls, hearing what you have to say as it was disappointing, to say the least. It was definitely disappointing the other night. But again, join us on Sunday afternoon, a 4:25 game, which means we'll probably be on about 2:30 live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. All your away watch parties when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, USF Bulls. I'm getting ahead of myself because Saturday I'll be there about 9 o'clock. We'll start off at 11 o'clock, getting you ready for your USF Bulls versus the Memphis Tigers. The 18th ranked USF Bulls. How about that, huh? USF, baby. So we'll see if they can continue because they have everything in front of them at this point to make the playoffs, that 12-team playoff. But, of course, you've got to take care of business. And we'll see what they can do against Memphis on Saturday. And then, once again, we got you covered on Sunday afternoon, about 2:30. There is great food there. It's Tampa Joe's for all your away watch parties when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then not only that, but and I definitely need a haircut here eventually, but you don't have to go far. It's up the block barber shop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Go see my favorite barber right there, Mr. Ricky, and all the great barbers that are there at Up the Block Barber Shop in Holiday. Whether it's a haircut, a fade, a beard trim, which I definitely in need of at this juncture, because this is getting kind of long. This is kind of getting long. We need the part back. So I'll probably be making a trip there tomorrow night. But if you want to, you should. It's Up the Block Barbershop. Tell them the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. So without further ado, let's get out to some of our comments because I don't want to neglect you guys. Remember, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open if you love the content. And, of course, YouTube Super Chats, as we're doing very, very well with all that. In fact, the last check here, and I usually, shout out the Facebook numbers, but let's go to the YouTube numbers. 10,000 views in the last 28 days. So not only are we killing it on Facebook, we're killing it on YouTube. Twitter is absolutely blowing up also. So just continue to evolve, continue to grow the evolution of Sports Talk Television. I appreciate all the support. So without further ado, let's go out to our comments. If I can talk, Roger Shoe right there says first. Yes, you are first.
Acknowledge me.
And because I know you're going to troll me, we'll just get it out of the way, right?
This guy sucks.
Shut up!
That's good enough to suck right there.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
So there you go. There you go, Roger. There's your intro right there. Welcome, Webhead. It's going to be a great show. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you. There you go. Christopher Cole says second. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Christopher Cole.
Yeah.
Let's go out to Eric. Go Bucs. Ready for Sunday? I think we're all ready for Sunday to turn the page, get that bad taste out of your mouth. But once again, to put it in perspective, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 5-2 right now, and they have every opportunity to go 6-2. They're going to play the 1-6 Saints. I get it. They're a rival game. It may be tough. Bucs have all kinds of injuries. We'll get into that. But they should certainly win this game on Sunday and go 6-2. And then thank God, thank the football gods that you have a bye week. So, some of these guys can maybe come back and get healthy. Just saying. So he says, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, Will. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
We got the job, baby.
Well, not on Monday, you didn't, Todd.
Fire the cannon. How about them Bucs, baby?
All right, thank you very much. Let's go out to Jim Sutton right there.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Thank you very much for tuning in on YouTube right there. Hey, Pete, have you tried resetting, updating StreamYard to fix the problem with the names not showing up on YouTube? I have no idea. It's showing up right there, Christopher Cole. It's just weird right now. I don't know what YouTube is doing, StreamYard is doing. anytime I think about it, it's just like if I have to reset something on StreamYard, this is what I think about.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Because I don't want to lose my sound. I don't want to lose what I have, but we'll take a look at it. But right now I can see your name just fine. Go Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers.
Fire the cannon!
Yes. It's not all doom and gloom. Let's go out to Ed here. Says go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, no, boy. Stop. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon!
Go Bucs. All right, good stuff there. Let's go out to Ed. I'm ready for my Bucs to beat the Saints. Go Bucs. All right, we already got that. Ed, absolutely. Christopher Cole. We lost to two of the best teams in the league, and we didn't even play our best game Monday night. Yeah, I agree with you. And if you want to blame officiating, you can. I wouldn't put it all on officiating. There was some egregious calls in that game that we discussed on Monday night. We can continue to talk about it. Even Baker Mayfield had some things to say about the officiating, so he didn't like it. Didn't get a chance to catch the leg whip. Neither did the referees, consequently. Great job, refs.
That's good enough to suck right there!
But you're exactly right. You lose to the Lions and you lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. So, it's not too bad. Got some big time wins in the fourth quarter. A lot of people forget, a lot of people just nonsensical. The thought process, fire Todd Bowles, all this garbage again. So you're exactly right. Let's go out to Alex. Wow, Alex Nunster there on YouTube, building up the injury report. My God, yeah, 11 players on the injury report. I don't think they're all missed, but it is just what it is right now in the National Football League. Never seen an injury report that long in my life in the NFL. Virgin Boy says, I'd rather lose to these teams now, so we're more motivated if we play them in the playoffs. Playoffs. Great stuff there, Virgin Boys. Appreciate the comment as always there live on YouTube. Now, this is what Baker Mayfield had to say about the game. A third down defensive holding call that wasn't called, and also still pretty damn confused about the double review. A lot of things in that game that were a little bit questionable. You think a little bit questionable? I mean, this is the quarterback right now. This is a player in the National Football League calling out the officials. So people denying it, saying, well, you shouldn't talk about officials. This is Baker Mayfield. He's the one that's pointing this out. So I have to put it out there. Was a little questionable. I worked my ass off, and I put a lot into this game. So when calls are made, and I don't think they are deemed fair, I'm going to let somebody know about it. Again, Mayfield was referencing the controversial review or multiple reviews.
That's good enough to suck right there!
Which I still don't understand. Somebody has to explain it to me. I got to get like Jason Powers on here. Powers on Sports Podcast. Spectrum 360. He's a ref. What did he think of this call? The calls the other night. I know he's probably watching somewhere. Just shaking my head with the K. Dotton stuff. Poor K. Dotton, by the way. Poor K. Dotton. But it's disappointing. Was it all officials? No. Was it all calls? No. The offense was bad. It wasn't bad. It was atrocious. It was not good. There was no rhythm to it at all. No rhythm at all. It's like a person on the dance floor with two left feet, probably talking about myself at this point. At some points in my life. Two left feet, don't know how to dance. No rhythm at all. None. Zero. None in this game, especially the first half. 37 yards of offense. Not going to get it done at all. So no matter what you got. And I get it. The Bucs today, they put Mike Evans on the IR. So there's a lot of fans out there disappointed. There is a possibility, maybe a chance, that he could come back this year. We'll see. But it is a broken collarbone. So it is disappointing. And, of course, what goes by the wayside is the record, the 1,000-yard record receiving. He's not going to be able to surpass Jerry Rice. Let's go out to the phone lines. Ed leading it off here on the Evolution on a happy hump day edition. What's on your mind tonight, Ed?
Hey, I may not have been first to post, but I'm first on the line. Gotta love it.
That you gotta love it, brother. Gotta love it. All right. So how you feeling?
Bucs.
How you hanging?
Go
Yes,
Bucs.
go
All right,
Bucks.
so
How you
here's
hanging
what I
in
got to
there?
say.
Yes.
I got to say, Baker Mayfield really hit it during his post-game conference.
Right.
The officiating was really bad. But at the same time, and you're always taught this, since I was in Little League in football, I was always taught that you can never let the refs control what happens in the game, that you have to.
Correct.
At the end of the day, you have to control yourself. The team has to be playing at its best. If it's not, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what the refs do, you're going to lose.
Correct.
So that's what happened. And they, in my opinion, they abandoned the run too early. But, I'm sure a lot of people want to debate that. But to me, they should have tried to run the ball more and then try to use the play action passing, because that's where Baker's at his best. So, yeah, that's basically what it boils down to me. I think that this officiating crew should definitely be investigated by the NFL. I think that there needs to be more training done, because that was just crazy. And then I don't really understand the call. Well, there's two calls I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Evans, he was being draped on for a long ways.
Correct.
Not even 5 yards or a few yards, almost all the way down.
Like a cheap
and
suit.
He finally got a little bit of separation to catch the ball.
Correct.
And then the hit, in my opinion, I don't think he meant to hit him like that. But in my opinion, there should have been a call on the way he hit him. But anyways, it is here nor there. It's over with, and I'm ready to see the Bucs destroy the Saints.
Well, you can only hope that they come out and definitely do that, because this is a team that has given the Bucs everything they can handle at some points, and we know that it's a rival game, so you would expect, Spencer Rattler, Alvin Kamara, they do have some weapons there. Chris Olave, Cam Jordan still playing there, still running his mouth. I mean, but this is not a great team. This may be one of the worst teams in the National Football League, period. So you should take care of business.
Sucks.
Quarterback stinks. The whole team stinks. It stinks. The whole quarterback, the whole team stinks. But then we say that, and it's like not for long. So if you come out and not have your best effort, if you come out like you did against Detroit, which I thought was disappointing, seeing as, listen, you're looking at that matchup. They have nobody in that secondary that's a starter. So you don't take advantage of that. Your passing game is off. Your running game is off. The protection was awful. The offensive line wasn't good. They let pressure get into Baker's face, and that definitely hurt the offense big time. The offense was off. Baker was off all night long. It just was not good. Again, no rhythm. It was like a guy on a dance floor with two left feet, no rhythm at all. I can't dance. That's what it was like.
Now, I heard that Baker was going to get fined because of his remarks about the refs.
Sure, fine.
Is that true?
That is true. It looks like he's going to be fined $20,000 or something along the lines of that. So
that's ridiculous.
Well, it is ridiculous. It's
calling it like it is.
Well, it's ridiculous. Also, if you watch at the end of the game, he basically gets leg whipped because the defensive player is not in there, and he sticks his leg out and trips Baker. It should be a penalty. It's not called a penalty.
Yeah.
Ed, appreciate the call, my friend. Use the second one. All right. All right, let's go out to Corey. Corey, welcome to the Evolution on a happy hump day, or a disappointing hump day, if you will. Still, the Bucs are 5-2. What's on your mind tonight? Welcome to the Sports Web.
Peter, what's up, man?
What's going on, boss? How you doing?
Oh man, that was a rough one, but you can't win them all. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people think this game against the Saints gonna be easy work, but they gonna play us tough. That's a divisional game. You know what I mean? They gonna play us hard up there in New Orleans. So. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how we go generate a pass rush. I mean, with Reddick being out, they put Nelson in at the other outside linebacker spot. I don't know what he go do. I don't know if he goes drop Winfield more in the box more, or what he go do to generate some kind of pass rush. But we got to do something. I know he like the double A gap more. You know how all the men on the line, you don't know who coming, who dropping. But we got to do something to generate some pass rush. Can we are we gonna do anything before the trade deadline?
I hope so. I mean, again, you talk about Hassan Reddick, didn't get a chance to get to that. That looks like it's a significant injury. Todd Bowles said today that Reddick is not going to play against the Saints and may be out for a while. So you kind of wonder, will Jason Light pull the trigger on something? And you really have to. I think you have to evaluate it and look and see, can Anthony Nelson hold down the fort? Can Chris Braswell? Hello, Chris Braswell. Are you there? Can you come and play? Because if you can't, I definitely think if you want to be a Super Bowl contender, if you want to go further than one game in the playoffs, then you're going to have to definitely trade for an edge rusher, unless these players produce and step up, like a Nelson, who's shown in the past that he definitely has some fight and definitely, has some type of motor. But
yeah, he got a motor. Yeah, he more of an edge setter to me. He'll set the edge kind of good.
Is he the answer to it? I don't know if he's the answer. And again, you look at the good teams around the league, right? You talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. What do they have? Edge rusher. Detroit Lions, I don't have to tell you, they have an edge rusher. The good teams have edge rushers to a certain degree. So I think if you want to go far in this day and age in the National Football League, not only do you have to have a quarterback, but you have to have somebody who can get after the quarterback. And I think Yaya Diaby was impressive. He's played well, but you still need another guy. I do.
Yeah, good. He need another move, man. He used the same move. You need at least 3 moves, man.
Yeah.
He used that same. He go swim or that rip, man. And I mean, like what Logan Hall and like you say, Braswell, that's just a waste of a pick. What's going on, man?
Well, I tell you, our guy Elijah Roberts is playing well because he had a fumble recovery and he's played well this year. In his time that he's gotten the opportunity, he's had to get the opportunity, but Logan Hall, inconsistent. Braswell, again, he's going to get every opportunity. If it's not Anthony Nelson, it's Braswell. If those guys can't generate pressure, I don't care who you got back there, quarterback. We've seen it. That could be trouble. That could definitely be trouble. So we'll see how it's evaluated and what the Bucs can do. But I would expect them to not have as much difficulty versus the Saints, but you never know. Again, it's
well, who they quarterback? Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler, yeah. Old Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
Okay. So they go. So we about to turn back into blitz happy Bucs because we can't generate pressure. So it's gonna be 1-on-1.
Well, so that's it.
He might get off, man. Spencer might get off, man.
He may do that. You're definitely right. And then on top of it, according to Pro Football Focus, 15 missed tackles the other night on your defense. Woo. And I get it. The defense kept them in the game and was one of the bright spots. But they had their moments, especially when it comes to running backs. And by the way, guess who you're facing? Alvin Kamara. And out of the backfield, not necessarily just shutting down the rushing game, because that's important. You weren't able to do that versus Zamar Gibbs there. A majority of that was 78 yards. But you weren't able to do that, but you also weren't able to shut him down or any running backs down, really, when they're catching the ball, especially Bijan Robinson comes to mind. Did a pretty good job versus Christian McCaffrey, but Gibbs the other night was terrible.
Hey, this is my last question. Sure. I ain't gonna hold you all night. Yeah. What other receivers we got on the practice squad? We is Akeem Jarrett still like? We need to call a receiver up.
Well, a lot of people are saying Tyler Lockett is out there. He could be somebody that the Bucs are interested in. I don't know. I mean, it was tough the other night. The receivers weren't getting enough separation. Abuka's not 100%.
Right. Yeah, you can see it too. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the Bucs are going to do, but they're going to have to make some moves here because you lost that Mike Evans. What did you think about losing Mike Evans?
I was hurt, man, because I wanted him to break that record from TJ Rives.
Of course.
And Mike real humble, man. He like to have his stats and his accolades, he could be a real prima donna. He could be. But he real humble, man. He's from Galveston, Texas. Laid back, humble dude. And man, I really wanted him to break that record. You know what I mean?
Well, I wanted to break it too. And I think if he would have broke the record, that he most likely would have been a first ballot. I still think he could be a first ballot, but there will be doubts. There will be debates about this because he was hurt, because he necessarily wasn't the MVP of the era. But if you look at the numbers, look at the consistency, you look at the fact
he got the numbers.
Already won the Super Bowl, and what he's and what he's been able to do it with, and what quarterbacks. You got Brady for a small sample size there, Baker for a small sample size, but then who else? Josh McCown, Mike Glennon. Jameis Winston, these are not quarterbacks you write home about. Ryan Fitzpatrick, nah. These are
always got 1,000. Yep.
That's it, consistently. So, all right, Corey, appreciate the call, my friend. As always, good stuff. All right.
All right, yes, sir.
Go Bucs. Use that second call. We got TJ Rives, the media icon, coming in here about 6 minutes. All right, my friend.
All right.
I'll give him the Ric Flair. Woo! He did say go Bucs, so go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Shake and bake.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Fire the cannon.
All right, let's go out.
The cannon.
Let's go out to Trevor here. Trevor, welcome to the evolution of sports talk television on a happy Hump Day edition.
Hump Day?
Hump Day?
Hump day.
There you go. Yes.
How you doing this evening, Peter?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Real quick, I want to have a special shout out here. Teresa Neptune 4046. Thank you very much for tuning in. One of the newest employees there at Smart Financials. It's great to thank you very much for tuning in once again. Want to make sure I get her shouted out there. So go ahead, my friend. Well, what's on your mind tonight?
I just think it's just time to for the team that just regroup, and really get keyed on beating New Orleans and locked in. And I know this sounds crazy, but we need to treat this game like it's the Super Bowl.
Well, you definitely got to give your best effort. You're coming in here banged up. You're coming in here embarrassed. Your offense didn't play well. Your defense had their moments, but they also would say they gave up too many yards. You got a challenge here. Spencer Rattler, we've seen him, we've seen him, put up some yards, and then you also seen this Bucs defense have their way with them. You've seen Alvin Kamara be a Bucs killer, and then on top of it, you've seen, this defense shut him down. Can they shut him down? Can they hold him under 100 yards of receiving? Can Savasi Dennis play better? Because he had 4 missed tackles the other night. Plenty of guys, 15 missed tackles on defense. And I know the defense kept them in the game is unacceptable still, no matter what. If you're going to be a top defense, you can't have that many missed tackles. You just can't.
No, I agree. The defense definitely has to
I
think particularly in that game Monday, after we scored, after Tez Johnson scored that touchdown, that very next drive, the defense just literally got ran over. And Jahmyr Gibbs cooked us on that following drive. But after that drive, I think for the most part, the defense played pretty solid.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
We need to see more of that. You know what I mean? Because, I know Alvin Kamara, he's an aging back, but he can still cook you if you let him.
Of course he can. And that's what you're concerned about is, again, that threat. It's not necessarily the run because the staple of this defense has been shutting down the run. They've done a good job of shutting down Kamara in the past. The problem is when he gets out into the backfield and those matchups, Savasi Dennis is the reason why you're worried because he's missed tackles. This Bucs linebacking crew has not been very good against running backs when they catch the ball in the backfield. So that's got to improve. That's got to be shut down. You got to make the Saints one-dimensional, and you got to force pressure on him, and that's going to be tough with Spencer Rattler because you have no Hassan Reddick. You got to force pressure on Rattler without Reddick. So Anthony Nelson, Chris Braswell, and once again, Yaya Diaby, and the guys got to step up.
Yeah, and particularly Yaya Diaby.
Yep.
He's been with us a few years now. I think it's time for him to take the leadership role of that front four. But more importantly, as far as New Orleans, look, I mean, this team does not like us, okay? It doesn't, and you could throw records out. The records don't matter. I don't care what their record is. The Saints do not like us. I remember back in 2016 when we were damn near close to making the playoffs, the Saints said, no way. And that second, we beat them the first game.
Yeah.
And then when we played them in New Orleans, they kicked our ass.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, and they didn't have a great year that year either. But they were like, you know what? If we're not going to the playoffs, neither you guys. And they literally came out and kicked our ass.
Yep.
And so, I know it's not that late into the season yet. But the thing is this: New Orleans is going to get up and play us hard.
Yep.
They don't like us. We don't like them.
Nope.
And so we have to treat this game like it's like an NFC Championship, Super Bowl type of environment. I know people probably like, well, it's only like the 8th game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. I'm like, hell no. I mean, because to me, I don't think people know the importance of going into a bye week with momentum. Winning, it just feels better. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Going in, it's important that we go 6-2 into the bye week. Because I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, Peter. I was like, if we could just go 4-4 going into the bye week, I would take it, given what the schedule looked like and given the fact that we did not start the season off with Tristan Wirfs, Chris Godwin, and and then
Mike Evans and the other
Mike Evans,
Luke Gadicke, all the injuries they've had. So yes, Jamel Dean and Benjamin Morrison. The list goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And if I'm like if I was a player on the team right now, or a coach or something, if I'm in whatever leadership role on that team, whether it's a coach or a player, I'm telling them, hey, like, look, man, let's lock it in one more time. And then, we can take a much deserved break, go on a vacation. You want to go home and see some family and all that stuff. Okay, cool. But let's focus right now and let's kick this team's ass and let's lock in, because they're coming to get us. And we can't allow that to happen, so that's how I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
I think if we focus and we lock in, I definitely like our chances. But like I said, it has to be clean football, though. We can't play sloppy. If we play hard and we take care of the football, I believe we win this game.
I agree with you. I think it's certainly a winnable game. You should win the game, but again, it will be tough because it is a division rival, so you never know. And again, it's a week-by-week league. If you don't give your best effort, if Baker Mayfield comes out there and he is high on his throws, because it wasn't just pressure. He was high on his throws. It was not good.
Right.
And we'll get out to Harry the Greek in just a moment here, because I see he's sitting there in the waiting room. Stand by, Abraham. We'll get out to you in just a moment, and we'll read the comments. But you're exactly right. Your offense, your defense, your special teams, you got to have a better effort. Another tough road test, but you should be able to win it. It's a winnable game, my friend. Anything else here on the sports web?
Just want to send out a special shout out to my favorite Buc of all time, Mike Evans. I'm thinking about him. I was heartbroken about what happened Monday night. I just send my respects and I hope he keeps his head up. And as far as that record, I know we wasn't able to get to 12 straight. But, he has nothing to be ashamed of. 11 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons.
Right.
He's going to get his gold jacket. And, the city and the team, we all love him.
Absolutely. And I know Bucs fan base loves him. And listen, if he comes back and he's a part of that run and to the playoffs, that will definitely be great. Trevor, appreciate the call. Use the second one. We got TJ Rives and, of course, Harry the Greek coming up here in just a little bit. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Let's go out to Abraham. Before we do that, let's get out to this guy. Professional handicapper extraordinaire, Mr. Harry the Greek. Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television on a happy hump day. Maybe not so happy for Bucs fans there, but happy hump day, my friend. Welcome to the Sports Web.
What's up, Peter? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm doing good. We got Abraham on the line, so let's start out with that. Abraham, what's on your mind tonight? Welcome to the evolution.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Peter. Yeah, so Monday night, you know what? I just want to go to bed after that. I was like, oh, God.
They were done, right? You're done.
Yeah,
you're done for
I'm
the
not
day.
going to, sit. I got to go to work the next morning. You know what? I just got to, hey, I'm like, let's go to next week. All right, this week is like, but, let me reflect on some things. Last year, we beat Philly, and we beat Detroit. We killed them.
Yep.
We beat them in their house. Okay, we whooped their butts, but it was very close. But and Hutchinson had his way with Baker. But this year, they kicked our asses. Eagles beat us. But, hopefully, we can learn from these two losses. And then when we go into playoffs, hopefully healthier than we are now, and healthier than what the team is right now. Maybe the outcome will be different against both teams in the play. Maybe this will help us going into the playoffs, because I remember the Super Bowl year, got their butts kicked by New Orleans, and then
twice.
I think that one game against the Bears, I think there was something with Khalil Mack and Tristan Wirfs.
Yes, there was. Harry's laughing about that. I know he remembers that game. Yes, and Tom Brady forgot the fourth down. Abraham, I don't want to cut this short.
Yeah.
I want you to call back in here because we got the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. So stand by, my friend, okay?
Not a problem.
All right, call back in if you want to. Let's go out to him, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network, the media icon here on a happy Hump Day edition.
Fire the cannon!
Fire those cannons, even though the Bucs,
wasn't enough cannon fire on Monday night in
No.
Detroit. As we
There was
segue,
more.
always good to be with you, kids.
Yes.
Sports Web audience, hello. Greek, hello. What did we have this evening? Did we have a nice spread? I noticed I still don't have an invite. We're almost to the end of October. Que paso?
I mean, what's going on, Harry?
It wasn't a cannon fire. It was more like cannon fodder for the game.
Well,
as far as the spread,
What'd you have?
boy, nothing much. Some lamb chops. Typical Greek
Lamb
things.
chops.
Oh yeah, on the grill.
We had the grilled
typical.
chicken in the Reeves household. Mrs. Reeves did the rosemary potatoes and the green beans. So well done there tonight. Peter eating pork and beans out of a can, or what did you have tonight, Pete?
I didn't have anything, man.
I haven't had any dinner. He's just here with the peeps.
No, he had his hungry Howies. Don't you
No,
understand?
I didn't have any hungry Howies because I would have had a bigger smile on my face, you jerk.
I understand.
I didn't have it. So
You see this abuse I got to take, buddy?
We did not congregate here to discuss the food intake tonight. I believe you want to talk some more about the BUCCANEERS. Go Bucs.
Yes,
I
we do.
I heard the end of what the last caller was saying. You got to put the Detroit game behind you. Even if you had won it, you've got to put it behind you. Now, if you had won it, obviously you're 6-1 at that point. They've only been 6-1 one other time. That's 2021 when they finished 13-4. So you're at this point, you're 5-2. And the focus has got to be go get this one before the bye week. Do whatever you have to do. Stay on point. Go get the Saints. I'm just speaking the truth. Harry, you love this. Sports Web audience, you love this. We're going to speak the truth a little bit.
Yep.
This team that you're about to play, Detroit's up here. This team, keep looking. The one that you're going to play on Sunday. Harry's team, just saw them. This is not the same thing as Jared Goff and St. Brown and Jamison Williams and Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery on offense, and they got some players on defense too. This is not the same thing in the Superdome. So if you're on point, if you're focused, you should be good on Sunday. So stay tuned on how all that plays out over the next few days.
I got to give my man credit here.
He's still looking. He's still looking for the Saints.
There they are.
Here's the thing.
For so many years, let me just for so many years, let me say this, flatulence aside.
Yes.
That they kick the crap out of bad Buccaneer teams with impunity, with Sean Payton and with Drew Brees. And for those of you that are not, polysyllabic, multisyllabic, that means you got, the crap beat out of you. So they had no mercy when they did it back in the 2010s, especially. So now the shoe is on the other foot. The Saints have been shaky or bad for about 3 or 4 years. Go get them again. Go beat them again. I know it was a close game in the regular season finale, but you handled them in the game right after Hurricane Milton. Remember, a year ago at this time, the Bucs spent the whole week in New Orleans and then put a 50 burger on the Saints. I don't know that we need a 50 burger, Peter Blake. But let's see if they get some points and get rolling in this game on Sunday. We'll see.
And that was a Sean Tucker game where he ran the ball, ran wild there, especially in
he had almost 300 all-purpose yards in the game.
Yes,
with the receptions and the running.
Yes, and my man right there, Harry the Greek, said it best, and I was wrong about it on Monday night there at Tampa Joe's, and we'll be there on Sunday. Hopefully, Harry will be there. But the Greek said it. He said they need to run the ball. And they weren't able to run the ball. So, Harry, I want to get your thoughts on it because you watched it. You watched the entire game, especially the second half, and you had to be disappointed with, once again, the lack of running game and the lack of trying to run the ball, if you will.
Listen, I'm not going to try to profess that I'm any smarter than the next guy, but that game plan that Tampa called offensively really, really wasn't that desirable. I said it before the game. They needed to run the football. Bringing Evans back, having Ibuka back, that was all great. But when you're facing a Detroit team, the last thing you want to do on the road is to try to get into a shootout. and I'm going to leave this person nameless, but they blew up my DMs because I was preaching about you need to run the football. They're like, why are they running the football when they can't? Well, how do you know if they can when you only attempt 6 attempts in the first half?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You have to be able to run the football. You're not going to peel 6 or 8 yards a carry. I'm going to tell you what won this game for Detroit. 2 very big plays. I don't want to talk about the refs, but what I want to talk about were 2 very big plays. And I want to tell you what they did. Now, Peter, you were talking. How come they can't score against this mediocre secondary that's so banged up against Detroit? I watched this coach's tape so closely. They made Baker so uncomfortable by not rushing him so much. They kept him in like a cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they constantly had someone shadowing. That's why he was not taking off and trying to run some of the errant throws. It was really unbalanced. And if Tampa would have been able to run that football and they would have attempted more, trust me, those DBs and linebackers would have been peeking into the backfield a lot more. They knew they were going to pass the football, and all they had to do was just keep Baker contained in that pocket, not let him get loose, and he was going to turn the ball over or he was going to make some errant throws, and that's exactly what happened. But line these 2 teams up again healthy, I don't care what field, minus those 2 very lucky plays when you got a DB falling down, and then you got a running back just running completely wild. That's just not going to happen again.
Yeah.
Tampa wins the game.
Listen, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives, of Buccaneers Radio Network, your thoughts on Mike Evans, because I thought it was a pass interference call, and then furthermore, just a dramatic injury there, broken collarbone, out for the majority of the year. Although Bowles kind of said, maybe there's a possibility he could come back for the playoffs. So your thoughts on Mike Evans and
Did you say
awful.
Broken collarbone?
Awful. Yep. It's a fracture, break. They are going to go in. Yeah, they're not going to go into the specifics, but it's the right collarbone, the right clavicle that he fell on, and he also hit his head simultaneously, and that's why he wasn't moving for a few seconds, and it scared everybody. It scared Todd Bowles to come out there and look. It scared Tristan Wirfs to run 70 yards from the 30-yard line all the way down to like inside the other 5-yard line to make sure Evans was okay or whatever he was laying. Levante David came out there. You cannot overemphasize how beloved he is, not just in the community, but in that locker room. He's a leader. He's a veteran player. So to not have him, that's a blow. And you basically haven't had him this season. You played 2 games and 2 quarters with him, and then you played a quarter and a half with him the other night. So they've got to overcome. It's an awful situation. Injuries are part of the game. I mean, let us not forget, shortly after Aiden Hutchinson was terrorizing the Buccaneers last year, he broke his leg about 3 weeks later and was lost for the rest of the season, basically.
Yeah.
In Detroit. So injuries do happen. They're part of the game. I want to go back to what Harry was saying too, and that is there's a difference in not being able to run the ball and then getting away from it and not attempting it enough and not trying to balance it enough with the calls. Now, we have to have one stipulation that's important here. There may have been times, more than one, where they had a run play called and the quarterback has the authorization 2 plays in the huddle to switch to the other play. And you saw frequently the other night that he was doing the can and the hat, touching the head, change the play, change to something else to try to get out of the run play because they've got the line stacked, they've got the box stacked, and he knows the run play isn't going to work because they've got an extra guy. So there's one more variable, but I would agree that you did not stick with the run in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter when the game was still in line. When you got the touchdown to make the game 14-9 and you're back in the game, you didn't really try to run even from then on.
Correct.
For a lot of the second half. So it's a learning experience from Josh Grizzard for sure. And all of that being said, they were still in the game.
Yep.
So they were in the game with 7 minutes to go down in the plus territory. You get a touchdown with all your timeouts and the 2-minute warning left. It's game back on. You just couldn't get in the end zone. Multiple opportunities, too, where Baker just missed throws. Very unlike him. So there you go. I said a lot there. What else, Peter?
Well, no, I mean, absolutely. And this was brought up by one of our commenters here, Neptune Nation herself. I know this is from her boyfriend because her boyfriend is not necessarily the biggest Baker Mayfield fan. 23.7 QBR against the Lions is not MVP caliber. nor is 18.7 against the Eagles, two teams that they would mostly be contenders against. And listen,
That's right.
I think
while we're parsing things for her, let's tell the full story.
Mm-hmm.
Is Atlanta a playoff caliber team? Yes or no?
Yes.
Was he electric? Yes or no?
Yes, he was.
Harry, I saw the nod in the nose. You don't think they're a playoff caliber team?
They're not making the playoffs, so playoff caliber.
I didn't say that. I said playoff caliber.
Yes, they are a playoff caliber.
Are the Houston Texans a playoff caliber team? I know they got beat by Seattle the other night.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Without
I would
question.
say they're a playoff caliber
That's
team.
one of the best defenses in football.
Baker Mayfield was on it against the Texans in that game.
Yep.
Are the Seattle Seahawks a playoff caliber team?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield was brilliant in that game. Are the San Francisco 49ers beat up or not, who now have 5 wins, are they a playoff caliber team?
They're Super Bowl favorites in the NFC.
Baker Mayfield tremendous in that game?
Yes, he was.
While we parse, you didn't beat Philadelphia, you didn't beat Detroit, tell the whole story. You got 4 wins. The Jets don't matter. The Saints this week don't matter. But against those other 4 teams that are playoff caliber teams, he's been good. And by the way, does this not bolster the MVP argument a little more right about now? That if he's not on it, look at how much they struggled with him not on it. It makes the case a little more, does it not? About
that would be a travesty. TJ, I got to jump on your back on this one. That would be a travesty if he's not on the MVP ballot. I mean, stop it. You guys going to have 1 or 2 bad games. What Tom Brady has 1 or 2 bad games a year as well. I mean, let's just stop being ridiculous. It's just like when the Bucs lose, people want to start talking about firing Todd Bowles. No, you can be critical about things that are happening, but it's a learning curve. They got out-coached. They got outplayed. And they got out-luckied.
Against a really good
football
team. On the road.
Yep. Okay. Turn this around, and the game would have been a different story. Okay. And talking about New Orleans, I just got to just jump on this. That's my game of the week. You don't understand. The Bucs are only -4 on the road in this game. I don't care who's lining up at wide receiver. The New Orleans Saints, I got a real good chance to watch them. I dug in really deep. And you know what Tampa does a lot better than Chicago? They go after the quarterback. And when Chicago went after the quarterback, they just kept turning the ball over.
Yep.
But when Chicago decided to go into a zone, by the way, New Orleans had -6 yards total offense until the last minute of the first half. Just digest
put it out there. Food for thought.
Chicago turned around and played zone for the rest of the game. And here comes New Orleans. But every time Chicago buttoned it down a little bit and they decided to put pressure, it was over. And what does Tampa do better than anybody in football or more? They go after the quarterback with multiple blitzes. Go ahead, TJ.
We'll definitely get back to that.
Get your caller. Go ahead. Get your caller.
Go out to Curtis. Curtis, you're on with yours truly, along with the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneers Radio Network. And, of course, the Greek, Harry the Greek here on The Evolution. Go.
TJ, Harry, how the hell are you guys?
We're good.
Perfect, man.
You know what, man? I am so sick of people talking about a loss. Listen, everybody loses a game. Was it a bad game? Did it look ugly? Of course it did. Of course it did. Would things probably have been different if they would have went down and scored on that long drive? We never know. But guess what? Good teams learn from bad losses.
Yeah, and I think
disagree.
I absolutely agree with you on that, and I think there were opportunities in this game for the Bucs defense and also the Bucs offense, namely Baker Mayfield to hit that touchdown to Tez Johnson. He's wide open in the end zone, and more times than not.
And Abuka's behind the defense, and he didn't get anything on the ball.
Yep.
And either of those plays happen, Curtis. You got like 5. To your point, you got like 5.5, 6 minutes left, and all your timeouts and the 2-minute warning, and you're back in the game. So it just ifs and buts.
Listen. You know what? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go ahead and be very blunt about this. Josh Allen lost to Atlanta, and he lost to the Patriots in back-to-back weeks, and nobody is bashing him. Nobody is.
Well,
I haven't heard any bad talk about Josh Allen at all. And guess what? He didn't play great in those games.
No, he definitely did not play great in those games, Curtis. All right, so what's your? Let me throw this out there. What's your biggest concern and what's your biggest key to the game for the Bucs to move on to victory versus the Saints?
Just go out there and play our game. Honestly, Peter, I was going to ask all three of you guys.
Okay.
What do you guys think about trading for a wide receiver on the market?
Curtis, thanks a lot for the call. We'll definitely
that's
answer
an
this.
idea.
I think there's more of an idea here for me. That's a big time concern is Hassan Reddick. It's been reported by Todd Bowles. The MRI he hasn't come back yet. He's going to miss Sunday. It looks like he's going to miss some significant time. I think you have to take a look and see
pass rusher.
Yeah, a pass rusher. What can Anthony Nelson do? What can Chris Braswell do if they can't do anything?
Everybody's looking for a pass rusher right now.
Well,
I
sure.
mean, let's be real. Everybody is.
And here's the other thing. Again, we've talked about the salary cap room. This is not just fantasy football. You got to have the salary cap room from Max Crosby mega deal. Now, Hendrickson is the interesting guy in
Trey
Cincinnati,
Hendrickson?
and he's not signed beyond this year. He's essentially a rent-a-player right now. And he mysteriously didn't play in the Thursday night game last week, which made me wonder, are they about to deal him? They did not do it yet. Stay tuned if the Bengals unload him to somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another argument being made, too, that you see other teams making moves and making trades to try to better themselves. Maybe you've got to join in. We'll see what the Buccaneers do, and you still have some time here before the trade deadline, but I don't know that. I mean, you're going to get Jalen McMillan back, coming back from the bye week. You probably, we don't know for sure, are going to get Chris Godwin back. I'm a little concerned right now with whatever this is. And again, he's off a horrific injury a year ago, and they may be resting him through the bye week just to see, okay, can that heal up whatever the problems are for the second half of the season? But you're still fine with Emeka Egbuka mostly healthy or fully healthy, along with McMillan coming back, and Shepard and Tez Johnson. And
Shepard's got to step up, TJ. I mean, that's the bottom line. I was really disappointed. He had that one decent catch, and this is what grinds my gears. Sterling Shepard was so hyped up coming out of college with Baker. I just don't understand why he just hasn't done it in the National Football League yet.
Yeah.
If this team needs a wide receiver to step up right now,
He's a
it's
veteran.
him.
He's
It's
a veteran.
him. He's the veteran that needs to step up. I'm all for bringing in another wide receiver, especially with the uncertainty what's happening. Let's forget about Mike Evans, okay? You don't want this guy to come back. He's been in the league for a very, very long time. I've had a broken collarbone, especially on your dominant arm. It's extremely painful. And just a range in motion to get back and then ask him to get in the football shape by the playoff start? No, they need to address the receiver position. TJ, I don't know what your thoughts are, but Sterling Shepard needs to get his ass in gear, and he really needs to make it happen.
And he was doing the underneath stuff 2 or 3 yards downfield, 3 or 4 yards downfield, and it just wasn't enough. He's not a vertical guy as it is. And, of course, he got the ball punched out, didn't protect the ball there late in the first half, and the Lions were obviously going for the punch.
But he runs great routes. If you sat there and watched what I watched on this previous tape, these routes are on the money, precise. Everything looks good.
So was Baker not looking at him?
Baker, I'm telling you,
I didn't see the all-22. Was Baker not looking at him at the time when he's running the route?
Let me tell you something. Baker didn't see him on 4 occasions. Okay, he just didn't see him. I'm telling you, Detroit had the most perfect defensive game plan against Baker.
And I'll tell you what else. I'll tell you what else comes into play too. And he's had a lot of balls batted down in his entire career and his Buccaneer career, and we haven't seen it as much this year because you're right, being able to move out of the pocket and being able to see.
Yep.
But they a couple of times they had a couple of things set up. They had a screen to Tez Johnson set up that was going to be a huge coulda, shoulda, woulda if it was going to be a huge play on the left side in front of the Lions bench. And the guy blitzing stopped, and Tristan Wirfs
turned around,
and he jumped up and knocked the ball down.
Yep.
And so you talk about shoulda, coulda, woulda. There was a moment where maybe Tez Johnson earlier in the game gets 15, 25, or to the house on that catch. So we'll see. I'll forgive this. Mayfield was rattled some and off some, and then he was hobbled a little bit. I'm willing to give him a bit of a pass because he's such a gamer, and how many games you've won because of him. And let's see if it's not better in the Superdome.
He's not going to play like this next week. I promise you.
And their defense is not there. And you, Harry, you know this, and for the audience, their defense is not the front seven of the Detroit Lions. It's not the same thing. So
it's not even it's not even close. They play a decent defense. They can give you some fits against the run, but I'm telling you, if Tampa does what I think they're going to do this week, Baker's going to have a big day because they're going to be able to run the football. I just got to keep pounding that
commitment
narrative.
to the run.
Peter's almost, Peter's sick and tired of me saying it, but they have to run the football more now than ever, even without Bucky.
Well, and listen, even Todd Bowles talked about this in his presser today, that it's got to be more than 90% to Rachaad White. You got to get Sean Tucker involved. And last time you got Tucker involved, he went off. So if you're a fantasy football player out there, I would take Sean Tucker because I think they're going to try to feed him the ball. And I think at points, during his playing career, when we've seen him, he's been one of the most fluid running backs, and he can do it all. He's a scary guy, and the organization.
He's got great feet with the cuts and being able to cut back.
He hits the hole, and he gets skinny too.
Now
for a big guy.
Here's one other variable. We go next level here on the sports web. They are still makeshift on the right side of the line. So Charlie Heck playing in place of Luke Gedicke, that matters. And Heck did decently well in the game. For the most part, they had to help him with tight ends and backs chipping a bunch to keep Aiden Hutchinson off Baker Mayfield throughout the game. But, I mean, the right guard position is still in flux because Haggard got injured at the end of the 49ers game, couldn't play the other night. They were trying to play Michael Jordan, the other one, and he's been bothered by a knee injury. They may have to go to Elijah Klein again, the draft pick from UTEP. So the right side of the line is still in flux while trying to run the football, and Josh Grizzard is having a game plan around that with what some of his play calls and what the scheme is. So that's another variable. We give you all of it.
Yes,
you'll see a lot more 12 personnel, and Heck didn't play as bad as what people think. I went ahead and rewatched it again. There were 4 plays. I mean, and all 4 times Hutchinson was on him, and he didn't have any protection with him. There needed to be a linebacker.
Watch the Tez Johnson screen again, and watch. Peter loves these words. Watch Charlie Heck eradicate the Detroit Lion out on the perimeter, and that's why Tez could have almost walked to the 5-yard line before anybody touched him because it was a pancake and a half block by Heck. Very athletic play.
All right, let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution with the Media Icon, and of course, Mr. Harry the Greek. Go.
It's Frankie from Wisconsin.
Frankie from Wisconsin. Yes.
Humor.
Yes. All right.
I'm here to bring my passion, bring my excitement, and because it's me, there might be a smidge of nonsense, but I'll try not to.
Okay.
You're allowed, Frankie.
Anyway, you guys are doing awesome. Great job tonight. Loving it. Anyway, let's talk about that game first.
Yes.
The Johnson running into Evans. Why?
Well, you listen. You experienced this. We saw it on replay. There, we're not sure what it was, TJ, but that's not necessarily drawn up that way. You don't.
They're not supposed to be in the same area, and we saw.
I said someone ran a bad route.
Well, and I think we know. Do you think it's the future Hall of Fame? Go ahead.
Someone made a mistake, and I guarantee you.
Do you think it was Frankie? Do you think it was the future Hall of Famer, or do you think the rookie playing in his 7th game didn't know where he was supposed to be?
Nah, you didn't give the third option. It was Todd Bowles' fault. Don't you know
right,
that?
Of course, yes. The ghost of Doug Williams, Harry, from 45 years ago.
The ghost, yes.
Like, I know with Godwin being out and pretty much Evans is out for the entire season, maybe forever.
Well, let me go ahead and stop you right there, because I don't think, and you know Mike a little bit better than I do here, TJ. Whether he comes back or not this year, I think Mike will come back next year. I don't think this is his final time. I don't think that he wants this to be his final time. Going away.
I can tell you right now, he does not want that to be his final play, laying on the turf at Ford Field, please. And if there is a way that he is healthy enough to give it a shot, and this team is in Super Bowl contention, playoff contention, and Super Bowl contention, don't be surprised, because that's still like more than 90 days from now. Yeah. He could heal up and maybe play. But then again, we're not doctors. We just play them on the sports web. We don't know. I mean, they may be looking at this as a serious thing.
He does have another year left in his contract, right? Just one more year.
Well, he's a free agent, but again, I don't imagine him being anything other than the Tampa Bay Buccaneer. He's going to go down as Rondé Barber. He's going to go down as Derek Brooks, as a guy that
Mike Allstott,
who only spent one time with his team. That's why it's special. Leroy Selman, same thing. That's the reason why many people favor Derek Brooks and Leroy Selman over Warren Sapp, because Sapp went to the Raiders. Those Bucs spent their whole career with one team, and it means something. So I think it definitely means something to this organization, and it memeans something to Mike Evans. So what's your other question here, Frank? We got to run because we got
my
more.
other thing I was going to bring up was the wide receiver issue, which we just started talking about.
Okay.
Mike Evans. I know. Oh gosh, now I'm brain farting.
What about the Saints game? What's your level of concern with this Saints game?
Yeah, I mean, you concerned about the wide receiving position with the Buka and Tez Johnson and Sterling Shepard and possibly Chris Godwin and Jacob McMillan?
I'm extremely concerned.
Why?
How?
Well,
against the Saints, we're asking about against the Saints.
Against the Saints, no.
Okay.
Against the Saints, no.
Okay.
But if it was any other team, I would be mildly concerned. That's why I'm saying, do you think, because the Titans just cut Tyler Lockett.
Yep.
There's a name.
And the other guy, and I brought this up last year when Godwin went out. I was like, dude, we should try to go for Jacoby Myers.
All right.
Because the Raiders always looking.
Yeah. Well, you really wonder.
Thanks a lot, Frankie. Appreciate the call.
Thanks. You really wonder for teams like the Dolphins, the Jets, the Raiders, where it's headed south to Guatemala right now on how bad their season is. Are they going to start putting receivers on the block, pass rushers on the block, and see who wants one? I mean, maybe you make a move for another player. But again, I think they believe McMillan will be ready to go sometime soon after the bye week, if not the Patriots game. They believe he'll be ready to go. And let's see if you get Godwin back as well, and it makes a difference. And Cade Otton, by the way, is becoming a weapon, too, for this team to be able to go to. And you can't – I mean, we've almost forgotten about it for 3 games now. You can't emphasize enough what a weapon and what a point of emphasis for the other team Bucky Irving is. I mean, he's going to make other guys around him better and more available because the defense is focused on him, because that is a game breaker. That is the Jahmyr Gibbs type player of this offense, explosive. So to get him back mostly healthy or fully healthy, that will help out the passing game and other options, because Irving was even showing the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield early on in the season too, as an outlet.
He's definitely made a lot of strides, coming out of the backfield in the passing game. And you're correct. I don't know when they're going to be bringing him back, but if it was me, I'd probably bring him back right after the bye if he's healthy enough.
That's most likely what the plan is, because he's not going to play against the Saints. Speaking of running backs, I got to ask you before we get you out of here. You've covered this team a long time. Give me some memories of the unfortunate passing of Mr. Doug Martin.
Horrible. And that photo that's been circulating on social media of him celebrating with Vincent Jackson and Mike Williams, to know that from my 2012 Buccaneers, all 3 of those guys are gone. They're all dead, and they never got to even, live out the rest of their life beyond their playing career. Again, I got to know Doug doing radio. I did radio shows with all 3 of those guys, with Mike Williams, with Vincent Jackson, and with Doug Martin. And I got to know them all, where you're sitting and making small talk about their families, about their stuff. And, I will always remember Doug Martin's excitement at being able to go back and play that game in Oakland his rookie year with like 50 friends and family members from Northern California. And you break the Buccaneers single game rushing record with those 3 monstrous runs all in the second half. It is still one of the top 10 rushing games in the history of the NFL, with all the great running backs that have played. He's got a top 10 single game rushing record. I cherish that. You think back to those moments and those times, and you just say, what a shame. What a shame that his playing career has been over with for about 8 years. He was having mental health problems by his family's admission, his agent's admission. I don't presume to know what happened with the break-in into this house, where whomever it is apparently knew him, obviously as a neighbor, and was calling the authorities and saying he's having a medical episode. Get here, get to the house. and gave the address. It's awful. It's awful that we're sitting here talking about Mike Williams and Vincent Jackson and Doug Martin are no longer with us. And they were playing Buccaneer football 10 years ago, and none of them made it to 40 years of age. Horrible.
That is sad. That is absolutely sad. I'd like to chime in on that too, because mental illness is a horrible thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And I got to tell you, it wasn't just that. And people were so judgmental about everything else. There's so many speculations where there's drugs being used. It's irrelevant. The man is dead. Okay. The young man is dead. 36 years old. You got to be able to pray for the family. So until the autopsy reports come out, I don't even think it's relevant, to be honest with you. He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part.
It's a
so
shame.
Don't be so judgmental, because you should see the terrible things that I'm seeing on X and on Facebook and what you're seeing. There's people
Harry, I dismiss so much of it because you have idiocy, and you have people that would never say anything like that if they were remotely face to face with anybody or having to say whatever. But here's the harsh reality for so many players in professional sports, not just the NFL. It is a cruel situation when you can no longer play. And this has been your life for the last 10, 15, 18 years. This has been your life, playing and becoming a professional athlete. And now what do you do post-playing career? I know for a fact Vincent Jackson was having a very hard time with post-playing career. What am I doing with the rest of my life? He's a family man. He's got kids. He's got a foundation. But it was very hard on him when all he had ever done was play football, and you don't have that, and you still think you've got a year or two left, and the NFL's telling you, no, you don't have a year or two left. It's a hard thing. It's a real thing. My heart breaks for the teammates, for the guys like Gerald McCoy or Josh Freeman or any of the Donald Penn, any of those players. Levante David and Mike Evans were teammates with all of these guys back earlier in their career. They played with all of them. So it's just it's an unfortunate thing. It's a downer, but I choose to remember Doug smiling about the bigger moments, including that Raiders game. He never got to play in a playoff game, obviously, but he had some big moments as a Buccaneer, some big plays and some wins in the regular season. So I choose to remember happier times in being around him.
And listen, you had to have those happy times because you were around Greg Schiano. So he was definitely, positive. There was positives. There was, a light at the end of the tunnel when it came to Doug Martin. He talked about Vincent Jackson. Great stuff, TJ Rives. Go ahead and promote yourself here, the media icon on the evolution.
I always love being with you. Check out the Nothing But Bucs podcast. I mean, I love doing the winning podcast, but we even do the loser podcast. It's a complete recap with the highlights with Gene Deckerhoff and the post-game interviews that I do, and I give you some insight and analysis. We will head off to the Big Easy. We didn't bring this up, but I'm going to bring this up. So we have this situation right here. We have the Memphis Tigers, and you're going to be at Tampa Joe's.
USF is favored, by the way.
On Saturday, USF is favored. Mrs. Rives would want me to slip this into the shot. What's it going to be here, kids? What's it going to be here, kids? Memphis, USF. And my fate is that I'm on the Tampa Bay Buccaneer aircraft with several USF grads that are in the travel party that work for the Buccaneers, etc. Dear Lord, if the Bulls start putting it on,
I got a $100 bill with your name written on it.
While I am up 30,000 feet in the air, headed to the Big Easy, if the Bulls start putting it on the Memphis Tigers, Harry, I'm like it's the Supremes, right? Nowhere to run to, baby, nowhere to hide.
I got a $100 bill.
USF in Memphis.
I have got a $100 bill with your name on it, TJ, with a picture of your Memphis hat on with those people on the plane.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm just saying there.
All right. So I've caught plenty of grief because they lost to UAB. UAB goes and fires Trent Dilfer, which we have been talking about, Peter, for about a year. How long is he going to last?
Yes.
And they came out and looked like a totally different team against Memphis, of course, and knock off Memphis. And ESPN College Game Day was going to be there in Memphis for Memphis and USF and do the whole 3-hour pregame show before showing the game. But when the boys in blue and gray didn't win at UAB. That derailed that. It's still a massive game. I mean, you can't emphasize enough. If the Bulls win this game, they're in the driver's seat to be in the college football playoff, people. If they're sort of in the picture right now, they're really in the picture if they win.
If they win out, they have no choice but
they'll be in.
Put them in there.
They'll be in.
They'll be in.
Win at Florida, the win over Boise State, a win here over Memphis, winning the championship game, they will be in. Now, Memphis is thinking the same thing. If we beat the team that beat Florida, that beat Boise State, and we're back on track and we win the championship game, and Navy will have some say-so at the end of the year too, because they play them both. And USF plays them at Annapolis. Memphis plays them at home. USF plays them at Annapolis. So just be thinking of me on Saturday while you're at Tampa Joe's. I may or may not be able to join you post-game. I may be distraught. I don't know. Once we land and get to New Orleans, let's see what happens with the Bulls game. Just know I'm watching it, just like you guys are watching it on Saturday in the River City of Memphis. Stay tuned.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And we'll be live there at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, 11 o'clock in the morning because the game is at noon. Thanks a lot, College Game Day, for not shifting the time, but that's okay. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network, we appreciate you as always.
Greek, as I always say, make sure Peter behaves. Peter, make sure the Greek behaves. Somebody's got to make sure somebody behaves. You guys be well. Good luck with the stuff this weekend at Tampa Joe's for the Bulls game Saturday and the Bucs game on Sunday. Again, go support this guy. Go patronize Tampa Joe's. Go hang out there for these shows. I hung out with you for the North Texas watch party, and what a wild night that was. Did those Detroit Tiger people finally get out of the place? I mean, it's a week and a half later. They were there in the middle of the night, the Tiger fans that were watching the Mariners game.
Yes.
So we had a good time with them, and I know you were there for Monday Night Football. Be there with Peter on Anderson Road, right off the Veterans Expressway, and Waters, right by the AMC 24 movie theater in Tampa. If you're familiar with Citrus Park, that's where Peter is. You see it up in the corner of the screen right up there, Tampa Joe's. Go check him out this weekend. Be well. All right, my friend.
There you go.
Be blessed, brother. Travel safely.
Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network, we appreciate you, and we're out of here with that. Great stuff. He always has, and I love the memories, and it's sad because we didn't get a chance to really talk about Doug Martin. So we'll throw it out there to you fans. If you have a memory of Doug Martin, if you have something to say, then we'll definitely say it. Let's go out to this guy. Sun Devil Dave, he came out there on Monday nights. How do we start off this show, my friend? How do we start it off?
Thanks for wasting my time. Great job.
No, you gotta do it. Too. Goodbye forever. There you go. Okay, that's how you start the show.
How you guys doing, man?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Tough Wednesday.
Yes.
Dave, how are you, sir?
Hey, we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Everything's gonna work out. Hey, but I'm not worried about the Saints because number one, our favorite team.
Bears.
That's right. They went ahead and took care of business. And I'm looking at the Saints stats. I mean, they really didn't do a whole lot in that game as far as rushing, passing. I think they had 44 yards rushing.
Right.
Of course, you know.
All you have to do is remember this. They had -6 total yards in the first half with 1 minute to go in the first half.
They finished with 44 net. I think it was 44 net yards.
Yeah, that was right after
I think,
that one drive.
Yeah. So basically, I think they're gonna win. Like I think it'll be like a 35-10 game or 24-10.
Is that how you see this, Harry? Bet it all at this point.
I really like Tampa. You see, listen, and it could be a trap game, Peter. Vegas is pretty damn smart. This game is only -4. Tampa's so much better football team, and they're only a 4-point favorite.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. Bet it all.
Just
shove. If you're on a poker table, just use both hands and both feet and just go like this. Mortgage the house and just bet it. Just lay the 4 points and have a blast. Do I see it being 35-10? No. I see 9 to 14 points for New Orleans in this game, and that's kind of stretching it. So
wow,
you just predict how many points Tampa's going to score, and they're going to be running the football a lot.
I'd say 31, and I think it's certainly possible for them to score more, but you're exactly right. It may
say 21 to 27 for Tampa.
Okay, good to go. All right, so how much concern? Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say that the only other negative thing, I know that the Bucs lost to two really good teams, the Eagles and the Lions. But the only negative thing I could see when December, January rolls around, and let's say all three teams are 12-5, the Bucs are going to lose the head-to-head for like seeding the Eagles and Lions.
But that's not definitive. First off, you've already anointed the Philadelphia Eagles that they're going to be there automatically. This team has finally had one decent game and they won it. What happened to the other 2.5 games? Because they didn't look normal after the second half of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer game. Something happened to the Eagles. And I'll tell you what the problem is. It's their defense. That once vaunted defense, it's not the same. And you know what this Eagles team reminds me of, Peter and Dave? You want me to tell you what it reminds me of? This Eagles team from 2 years ago. This team's going to fall apart. Mark my words, by the end of the season. I'm sorry, Eagle fans. I'm just telling you what I see.
Good.
So it might just be Lions and Bucs battling for that number 1 seed.
I wouldn't go just that far.
Well, we'll see.
There's some other teams that are vying for it right now.
Seattle and San Francisco, but the Bucs have already beaten both of those teams, so that's the advantage. You're exactly right, though. Now Detroit has the tiebreaker on you, but things can happen. Injuries happen. This is the National Football League. All it takes is a couple injuries, and then the Lions are down, and who knows if they're able to win. I mean, again, it's a week-by-week league. It's so crazy to say that, but it really is as the cat gets in the way. Look at little kitty.
That's my black girl.
I saw Neptune's quote about Baker, and I agree with her. We need to roll Baker out more. I know he kind of runs like him and Caleb, where they're like 6 foot, 6'1". They're getting passes, blocking down. We need to see him roll out more. I agree with what she said, or her boyfriend said about that.
Well, I gotta read the rest of these comments. But yes, it is Teresa. It's Neptune Nation, and I believe it is her boyfriend that's writing, which we appreciate. All Bucs fans, you're all welcome here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram Live, X, LinkedIn Live. Even we're on there live tonight. So,
and then one last thing. Go Bucs Sunday. I see a big win. Saturday, the Bulls, who are I think at number 21 in the nation.
No, they're 19.
19. They're ranked 24th now.
I thought they were 18 or 19. Are they?
No,
19?
they're in the mid to high teens.
Yeah, I thought they were 18 at this point, but let me check. I think it's 18.
Let me check for you, Peter. I'm your.
While we're talking about that, just real quick.
Yes,
it's 18 p.m. kickoff.
They're 18, by the way. I was right. They were 18. Yes,
okay, that's awesome.
Number 18 Bulls.
12 p.m. kickoff.
12 p.m. kickoff, noon kickoff. So I got to get there early. So I got to get up on a Saturday. I'm not a morning person, by the way, but I'm going to get up on both days.
Okay. I love the only thing is that why can't US? I mean, look, this is a pretty big game. Why can't they get like a 7 o'clock or something a little bit more prime time?
I don't have
Let's
any
get a
idea.
Respect for the American Conference here.
No idea.
Not just 12 o'clock nonsense.
Yeah, I don't understand it
These
either.
are two competitive teams. It isn't like a blowout, and like they're not playing, UAF or FAU
UAB,
or BY,
FAU,
whatever.
But agree.
This should be a prime time game. This should be a 7 o'clock kickoff. So let's get a little respect for that American Conference.
Well, listen, if
you work the phone enough, I think you should just pick it up and just start calling a whole bunch of people.
Listen, if you Sun Devil, I expect you to be there. I don't know if you're going to be there on Saturday, but hopefully you're there on Saturday and Sunday.
I'm in overtime for Medicare, man. I got to make my money. So
all right, man.
Medicare season.
All right,
Sunday.
I'll
see what I can do. I'll probably watch it, but I'll definitely be there Sunday. Hey, that's another thing. Here at the Greek, can we do a Chicago kind of take over Tampa Joe's? Get there 1 o'clock for the Ravens Bears.
Sure, absolutely, love to do that.
All right, I'll be there.
All right,
I'll be in my Peyton jersey.
All right, Sun
Devil.
Devil.
Go Bears, go Bucs, go Bulls, go Devils. Okay, great job. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever. Have a great night.
All right, there you go. Rack 'em. I had to do it. I don't know why I had to do that. Alex, call back. Trevor, call back. Abraham, call back. Open phone line 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. Don't you start that.
Sorry,
that's contagious. If you're tired, I'll let you go.
I've got exactly 13 minutes.
13 minutes. Okay. Concerns about our defense. It takes a whole half for us to adjust. Teams are going up and down the field in the first and second quarters. Pass rush, linebackers, secondary guys seem to be 5 to 10 yards open. Our receivers never that open. Stand by. Trevor, we're going to come out to you after we finish up with Alex. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, stand by using your second call, which turns into time of possession. Offense first half there. Abraham, you're going to have to call back because I can't get 3 lines in here. So stand by.
Just bring them all in. We could have a little kumbaya.
Yeah, kumbaya.
That's what you do. You hit the merge button.
Yeah, well, I did that. Well, I did. I had 2 of them online. We need to win the ones we're supposed to win. Van House Live Bucs season is over. They can't keep up with really good teams.
That's good enough to suck right there.
We will lose out every game the rest of the season now. I don't even know why I read this guy's comments. He's a troll. Mike DeRoche's broken clavicle is a major injury. Unfortunately, Evans is done unless he's a super fast healer. Trevor, I think we should treat the Saints game like the Super Bowl. I truly believe it's that imperative to go into the bye week with that kind of momentum. Agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Lions disguise coverages in the secondary that they did. Phil Haney, thanks a lot. Josh Allen had 2 terrible games this year. Phil again. Allen had 2 really bad games this year. Yes, he did. Still MVP. Talked about the Greek is the best sports commentator ever, hands down. Says Cameron. Grizz is definitely showing his first year stripes. The Greek is the Rush Limbaugh sports media. Sun Devil Dave, go get Jacoby Myers. That's been talked about. TJ looks like an FBI agent that shows up to your front door after posting too many. Okay, I'm not going to read you anymore. Move Kamara up. Mike DeRoche's, we need Bucky back big time. Broadway says, thank you, TJ, Harry, and Peter. You're welcome. Why am I reading this guy's comments? I'm not. Can somebody please talk to Heck? Let's go. Let's get Baker out of the pocket more. The passes knocked down have been a problem. Graham Barton had a really bad game. Again, we'll get back to the phone calls in just a minute, but Graham
They'll
Barton
straighten it up.
Yeah.
They'll straighten them up.
So I definitely agree with that. Yep. I remember Aaron Brooks, Deuce McAllister, Joe Horn days. The game for the Bucs will be hard. This time for MVP to show up and be electric. And you know what? I like fans like you. And who doesn't remember those type of days? But you know what? It ain't those type of days anymore. Bucs are winning. So we'll see what they can do going forward. Read the rest of these comments. Alex, stand by. Thank you for being patient. Just imagine the Bucs couldn't re-sign him. I can't imagine him on a different team, i.e. Saints, Falcons, or Saints. Not happening. Stop it. Put the hamster in the ring of honor. Broadway says, let him rest in peace. Please respect his family and friends during the time. Doug Martin. Thank you, Doug. Let's go out there. Welcome to Football Web. Laugh out loud. That would be Joe Sway. It is the Football Web. Sorry, man. No Philadelphia Phillies talks today about baseball. It's just not going to push the needle. Have a panel discussion. Drop the StreamYard link. We can all pop in. I'm good with that. You know, you can call in here. Let's go out to Alex. We're not talking baseball tonight. Alex, welcome to the Evolution.
Good evening.
What's going on, buddy?
Doing good, doing good. I had to jump on before Harry the Greek got off. How you doing, Mr. Greek?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
You got some apologies, my friend, because you were ragging on the Greek the other night.
I was trolling during the game, but listen, I want to say this.
Yes.
I just felt like that defensive line for the Lions and Aiden Hutchinson stopped that run game. What little there was. Do I think it was abandoned? Do I think it was abandoned more than what it should have? Yeah. I think completely abandoning the run game, which is what I think kind of was done, kind of hurt. I think Josh Grizzard drew his worst offensive scheme or play calling his entire time as a Buccaneer coach. So listen, Harry the Greek, I can't talk to you, my man. I owe you some apologies, but I just felt like the run game was stopped, in my opinion.
Yeah, you assessed that after 6 runs, and I get it. I mean, I understand, but you were probably right, though.
Shut up.
I know. But listen, on the real, we can talk about the rest. We can talk about all that BS, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It was a bad game. You learn from those mistakes. Our 2 losses are against two very good teams. So listen, it's not the end of the season. We're still 5-2, top of the division.
Yes.
You know, you can go into the bye.
Start the chants and start the stuff on the nonsense. Fire Todd Bowles.
Oh, stop with that nonsense.
No. I don't actually
sure?
think.
Yes.
I love I love our head coach. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's doing a great job. I think the defense this year alone and what he's done with the defense has been absolutely incredible. you got to think about the defense. That was the only good thing about this game. That defense kept this team in this game.
Yes.
Big turnovers, I think Jamel Dean didn't Jamel Dean do something? There was a strip.
He had an
fumble.
interception. He had an interception in the game. Right before the
how
half.
about him turning it around?
Yeah, how about that? That's what happens
But
when you
I
restructure.
commend Todd Bowles and this defense. They have absolutely all season long. They've kept us in games. That game could have easily been a complete blowout, and it wasn't because of that defense. So I commend Todd Bowles for everything he's been able to do with the defense. And like I said, a lot of people out here, the hateful comments after a loss. Hire Todd Bowles. I already know Harry the Greek's already on it.
We're definitely on it, Alex. I appreciate the call, man.
But
Use
guys,
that second call. Yes.
We're gonna go in Sunday. We're gonna get a win.
You better be out there at Tampa Joe's. You better be there at Tampa Joe's.
Going to the bye, heal up, and then I think we'll be able to make a run during the second half of the season.
All right. Tampa Joe's on Sunday. You there?
I will.
All right.
I promise.
All right. Let's go out to shut up, Harry. I could see what you're gonna say. Let me go out to Trevor.
He's only allowed to come out if he's buying lunch.
He's buying lunch. All right. Well, if you come out, you get to buy yours truly along with the Greek lunch.
No,
there you go.
Doesn't have to do that.
That's what you got to do. You get to right there. What's his right brain? Bariqua, whatever the hell your name is. Joe Sway. You get to come out to Joe's and buy us lunch. There you go. All right. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, go ahead.
What's up, Trevor? Thanks for calling in.
I just want to say that I hate Vegas. They're always shitting on us. It's like they should call us the Tampa Bay toilets because they're always shitting on us.
Well, you need to take this one because it's a gift. Because Vegas doesn't give people gifts. -4, the game at game. Listen, I'm telling you now. By game time, this line will be Bucs -6.5, maybe 7. So if you're gonna bet, you better bet now.
Yep. All right. What else, Trevor?
Oh, and then I'm gonna share my favorite Doug Martin memory, and then I'm gonna let you guys.
Absolutely,
love to hear it.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Ed. Hold off, Jim. Hold off. Let's hear the memory from Trevor, and then you guys can chime in. Go ahead, Trev.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, like his best game, I personally think was that game when his rookie year against the Raiders.
Yep.
He scored those 4 touchdowns and ran for all those yards or whatever. But I'll never forget, like, I think it was 2015. We were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it was a carry, and I forgot I think they sent a corner blitz.
Mm-hmm.
The Jaguars did.
Sure.
And if you would have saw the move that Doug Martin put on that corner, like he hopped and then he like jumped back, and then he I swear he could have tore that dude's ACL. He shook him so bad.
Mm.
And so I remember when I first, because I had the NFL ticket, and I think I rewinded that play like at least 20 times and just watched it. I was like, how in the hell did he do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I'm just really heartbroken to hear of his passing, because I think he was such a great guy. And I remember when TJ Rives was talking earlier, he was talking about how he would do the radio shows and everything. And I used to listen to those radio shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember 2015, I think he was a first team All-Pro that year.
I think it was
amazing.
I think it was too. I think you're exactly right about that. And that team, of course, that was the rookie year for Jameis Winston, and they were 6-6, and they had some good times. And again, going back to Greg Schiano, was such a terrible coach, and maybe a terrible time for a lot of Bucs fans. But one of the lone bright spots, or one of the few bright spots, was Doug Martin and Vincent Jackson. And during that time, also Mike Williams. People forget about all those 3 players, and it's crazy to think that Bucs fans, all those players right now are gone. They're gone. So they always say, check on your people, because you never know. It could be mental illness. It could be car accident. You just can never take this life for granted. Like, I try to call Harry every other day or every day. Hey, Harry, you good? He calls me. He texts me. Are you eating Hungry Howie's again? Yes, I am. I'm eating Hungry Howie's again. That's a crap pizza. But we check in on each other. You check in with Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy. We check in with the web heads. Even some of you guys who don't necessarily like Bucs talk, we check in because we're a family on this show and we love each other. So always check in with your people.
Yes, sir.
All right, Trevor, appreciate the call, my friend, as always, bringing it like always, and I wish you were here local so you could get down here to Tampa Joe's. Get down here sometime, all right, my friend?
Will do.
All right, good stuff. Good guy, man. I don't get too we get emotional on this show, but it's crazy. Like, we take life for granted. 36 years old, bro.
36. Peter?
Yes, sir.
I turned into a pumpkin, buddy.
You look like a pumpkin. Maybe
Yeah,
I
I'm
look
sorry.
like a pumpkin.
Well, you do actually a little
Yeah,
bit.
you
Peter.
do. Abraham wants to call in. Let's hear from Abraham. I know he wants to talk to you. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, I heard what TJ was saying about Doug. So my memory about Doug is that he got drafted the same draft class as Vontae Davis.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah, so,
yes.
Yeah, so and I wanted them to draft Doug, but he reminded me a lot about Ray Rice. He had a low center of gravity, and he was like a man possessed when he played against the Raiders. I thought he was going to break the NFL record. I thought he was going to go. Actually, he did. And one of his runs got called back. So he would have broke that record that game. I mean, he did almost break the record.
Yeah, it was an amazing game, though.
The only thing I remember about Ray Rice is he had disciplinary and correction issues. See, this side of the hand was discipline, and this side of the hand was correction. Get it?
Well, yeah, I do get it, but they were comparing Doug Martin at the time to Ray Rice.
I know.
Because,
It's just a little bit of a joke.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it, Harry. But
my God.
Backside's correction, front side's discipline.
Yeah, I get it.
Peter's just getting. It's actually pretty bad. But man.
Yes. So going back on these two losses, this loss, I would not sweat it because last year we beat Detroit in Detroit. Then we took that Denver very lightly with a rookie quarterback Bo Nix, and they really are asses to us. So we rebound from this loss, a better team. We go into the bye week and get some rest, recalibrate.
Yep.
Because last year they did go in the bye week and recalibrate, and they became a better team offensively and defensively. I know that we're down Reddick, but then Reddick, I don't know. There's not much production on his side. I mean, he's and I don't care. Let's move up Mo Kamara. Let him show what he's got, because Kamara's been under the Dolphins depth chart, but he was a really good pass rusher in college.
Yeah.
Same college as Shaq Barrett. So I want to see what Mo Kamara's got to bring to the table, and before we start, giving up draft capital to get an edge rusher, unless we get somebody, a veteran who doesn't cost a lot. And as far as receivers, maybe look at Tyler Lockett if he doesn't cost too much, but I would not give up a lot of draft capital to get somebody right now. You know what I'm saying? Work with what you got.
All right. All right, Abraham. Appreciate the call, my friend. We'll move on.
Not a problem.
I'll see you on come on Sunday at Tampa Joe's. Let's go out to Ed calling in using your second call. Ed, go ahead, my friend.
Yeah, I'm kind of shook up over Doug Martin too. I didn't really mention it earlier because there was so much other stuff going on, but
right.
I missed the muscle hamster because it just seemed like every second time he got a hold of the ball, he took off for a big run, and it was very exciting.
It's good running back, man. Had a couple years there with 1,000 yards. I mean, he was a good running back, and then unfortunately the demons off the field, which will be talked about, whatever he was dealing with, whether it was drug or personal problems, which you hear it was drugs. It was disappointing, and it hurt this Bucs team. I remember it so vividly. It was one of my dad's last shows. It was December 24th of, I believe, 2016, and the Bucs were in the running to go. They were in the hunt there to go to the playoffs, and they had to play the Saints. And right before the game, as we had Ira Kaufman on, there was an announcement that Doug Martin was not going to play in the game, and that hurt the team. It hurt the team going forward. I remember getting him getting another opportunity in 2017. Could never really recapture what he had the first couple years there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it was disappointing because he was a very talented running back. Absolutely. Very talented running back. Just the demons off the field. So, and
he was super explosive at times.
Yep.
I mean, at times he was one of the most explosive running backs I've ever seen.
Agree. Completely agree. And again, he was one of the lone bright spots at that point because the Bucs didn't win a lot of games, but they had some talented players, and he was definitely one of them. So,
well, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Ed.
Anyways,
yes,
that's what I wanted to talk about. Is Harry still there?
Harry's still there. You got a question for Harry before he leaves?
Hey, Harry. So, Harry,
what's up, buddy?
I mean, I don't know if. What do you think is going to happen with Mike Evans? You think he'll be back?
Mike Evans come back this year from the broken collarbone. Ed, appreciate the call.
Could he? Yeah. If I know Mike Evans, yeah, absolutely. He's going to want to come back. But I've had a broken collarbone. They're no fun.
Right.
And you're talking 90 days and healing and getting back in the football shape. It could be. It could be very interesting. That's all I could say.
Well, and I tell you right now, if they could get healthy at the right time, and we always talk about it, can this team get healthy? Because if they can get fully healthy, then they will definitely be one of the most dangerous teams in the National Football League. Not only just the NFC, but the National Football League. Harry the Greek, appreciate you as always. Give me some final thoughts here, and we'll see you soon at Tampa Joe's, hopefully on Sunday afternoon, as the Bucs take on the Saints, my friend.
Final thoughts are going to be, I'm going to give you guys some college games. Vanderbilt -2.5 at Missouri. Arkansas -1.5 against Auburn. Boise and Nevada, play the over 51. It's an absolute cinch. Virginia Tech, play them on the money line against Cal. What are my final thoughts? My final thoughts are going to be about Doug Martin. Stop being so judgmental, people. Stop hating. The same people that are out there that are causing havoc are usually the first people that want to be so critical about someone's lifestyle. Okay? Let me explain something to you. Stop trying to break other people's windows when you don't even have a glass in your house that's even, that's even still sitting up. Drugs are a horrible thing. If, in fact, that drugs took this young man's life, don't think it can't happen to you or any of your loved ones, especially your children. It's a horrible disease, and when that demon gets a hold of you, especially opiates, it doesn't let go. So stop being so judgmental. I pray it doesn't come out that it was opiates. It wouldn't surprise me if it was, but even if it was, the young man is dead at 36 years old. That's all I got to say. Stop being so judgmental. Stop being so hateful. Rather, try to be a little bit more empathetic. And if you want to protest something, how about let's just try to protest getting some of these drugs off the street. And mental illness, it is for real. Peter, thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you guys later. And on Sunday, you get the rest of the picks. We'll see you at Tampa Joe's. Make sure you guys come out and let's support us and let's have a great time, because you know what? It's a fantastic place. It's a nice venue, and the food is absolutely phenomenal. Little brother, you take care of yourself. I
will. I got to ask you, you're going to give me a pick on Saturday for USF and Memphis. You're going to join me there from your house, or are you going to give us a pick now for USF and Memphis? How are you feeling about this game?
Again, I am not a big prognosticator of college sports, but I do think USF is going to go ahead and win and also cover the game. By the way, I don't give enough credit to the guy that actually gives me these picks for college, not pro, college. That's John the grocery man. He has grocery stores all over the Tampa Bay area. They're wholesale grocery stores. And let me tell you something, one of the best professional handicappers when it comes to college sports and baseball, forget about it. The man's almost like a savant.
Love it. Good stuff, Harry the Greek. We'll see you soon here on The Evolution, my friend. All right?
Take care.
All right. Good stuff there, Harry the Greek. We'll read the rest of these comments, and then we'll probably get out of here for the night. Because, again, I want to keep this under 2 hours so we can get some content out of here, because a lot of great stuff we want to put out there on Reels. And StreamYard does their business when we keep it under 2 hours. I was going to ask about the Lightning. Honestly, it is hockey season, isn't it? It is, but we're still talking Bucs here. We will talk some Lightning in the future. Everything can be good again if we somehow defeat the Saints and vice versa. Agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Mike D. Roche's, Gaines Adams, another Buck in heaven. Absolutely good stuff there, Mike. I still got the autographed picture of Doug that I won on the J.C. Allen first show. Amazing stuff. That is correct. Shadow was here right there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. All right. So let's go out to Joe Sway. Joe Sway, you're going to be my final call for the night. What do you got to say, my friend?
Oh, really? Am I? Wow. I thought we were gonna keep on about the Buccaneers and.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the Buccaneers. Come on, talk to me about the Buccaneers. Come on, give me some Bucs talk.
So what happened with Mike Evans?
Mike Evans has a broken clavicle. He hit the ground, had a major injury there in the Lions game on Monday night. Not only a broken clavicle, but also his helmet hit the ground. So it was a pretty horrific injury, and most likely, there's no most likely about it, he's going to miss the majority of the year, so he won't have an opportunity to eclipse Jerry Rice's receiving record. So that's disappointing. Okay. So there you go. So he's not there. I don't know where he's at. I hate radio silence. I hate dead air. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it at my first job. I can't deal with it at this job. I can't deal with it at all. It makes me uncomfortable. All right, Josue, I don't know what happened. I don't know if you hit some cell tower or something, but go ahead, my friend.
No, I was talking to you. I don't know what happened.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, buddy. So go ahead. What are your thoughts?
No, I was saying that didn't Mike Evans hurt his hamstring before he came back?
He did hurt his hamstring, but it was an unrelated injury.
Man.
Yeah, it's had a bad year.
That really stings for him.
Yep.
So how about the Lightning? I haven't heard much of anything about. I don't even know if their season began yet, honestly.
Season already began. It's been a slow start. We have not talked Lightning on this show. We will get into talking some Lightning. Have you watched the games at this point?
I watched the first game, and they blew a lead, which that's uncharacteristic. I don't know if Vasilevsky is declining or he's just off.
Well, maybe it might be not even that. It may be that. I don't know if it's that or not. I think it may be the defense in front of him, which was the problem last year, right? It was the blue line. That was the problem. Turning over the puck, silly passes in your own zone, not good. I mean, everybody can sit here and talk about how great Vasilevsky is, and he is a great goalie in the National Hockey League, but you have to have something in front of him. You didn't have it last year. Can they turn it around this year? We'll see. But that to me could be a big time problem. That's been a big problem.
So you see how I gave you I came at you with that and everything like that. See, this is the difference, right? And this is where you hear me out before you jump on me again. Which you're viable to do, right? So when we anticipate the beginning of the Bucs season, you're at training camps, you're at the games, you're at these places where Buccaneer football, right? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, Peter, you do you, right? That's your passion, your excitement, and not trying to bring nonsense. But here's my thing, right? You see how I put that in there?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's my thing, right? So it feels like it's like your very heavily portioned meals are the Bucs, and then the appetizers, the little here you go with the little dessert right here for the Lightning, or a little bit of a sampler for the Raisins. So, you know what I'm saying? It has to. I feel like as a sports market, right? I hear Bucs talk all the time, but what I don't hear is the other professional leagues in this city that don't get any love or don't get any props because everything is so Bucs-centered.
Bucs-centric, yes, makes sense, yes.
Okay, so where I don't even know if the Lightning played tonight. That's the thing. We should if the Lightning have a game on, at least, Peter, on the day that you're airing the show, at least talk about it.
Well, they're playing tomorrow.
The Lightning are owed that.
They're playing tomorrow against the Chicago Blackhawks, and they're playing here. Chicago is playing in Tampa tomorrow. So they're not playing tonight.
You see what I mean?
Yes.
Well, I'm saying if they are, Peter, that's what I mean.
Well, but they
didn't. Because I used to work at Amalie Arena as a conversion tech, and
right.
Usually the games are Tuesday, Thursdays. So I know that they rarely play, on the nights that you're on the air.
Correct.
Right? But what I'm saying on those nights, right? You know, let's hype up the Lightning as much as you hype up the Bucs.
Absolutely. I agree with you. We'll definitely talk more Lightning here coming up. I agree with you. But right now it's Bucs centric. People want to talk Bucs. I'll talk Lightning. I've talked Lightning on this show before.
You want the people to talk Bucs, and that's fine. That's okay. I'm not mad at
the
you.
people talk Bucs on this show. The people talk Bucs on this show. If the people want to talk Lightning on this show, I allow it. If people want to talk Rays on this show, I allow it. I've never said we can't talk about this, we can't talk about that. I've done it with you because I feel like when you call the show, you do it on purpose where you just want to change the subject around, and you just, like, we were talking Bucs one night and you called up and want to talk college baseball. And listen, brother, I love you with your the passion of baseball.
Because the season was still, you're talking Buccaneer football in like April.
Right. Because people want to talk
Buccaneer
Buccaneer football. They don't want to talk college baseball.
But the difference is there's no football season in April.
There is always football season. It's called the NFL draft, my friend.
And you see, that's the problem. Where, okay, what about the other sports? That is where I'm going to come back to, because the other sports don't matter, quote unquote. I'm not saying that it's verbatim, like you're saying it verbatim, but I'm saying that, you know, sports should, if it's the sports web, then emphasize sports. If you're just gonna call it the football web, cool, call it that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, Joe Sway. Let me go out to Jim here. Yep.
I love you, Peter.
I love you too, brother. Yeah, I'll go. He says, let me get out to Jim. Hold on.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
All right, Jim, you're going to be the last call tonight. That's it. What do you got to say?
Why the hell are we talking about the Lightning in the middle of football season?
Well, but you can talk Lightning. I mean, I never said you can't talk Lightning or whatever, but
man, listen, tell them Lightning kick rocks, man. I like hockey though, but tell them kick rocks. We talking about football. We got Doug Martin to worry about, man.
Oh God.
I miss old Doug Martin, man. He's one of our best running backs. So, and I've been putting out the little whatever happened to him.
Right. Yes.
Some police officer got in trouble or something. I thought they had.
Yeah, it's a situation that we don't know all the facts. I'm not going to go ahead and speculate at this point. It's disappointing.
We don't know.
Right.
Man,
right.
We just pray for his family.
That's it.
So we can
Thoughts and prayers, man. Easy.
He was too young to go.
Absolutely.
I wish I would have been able to, see him on some podcast or something.
Right. Jim, you're one of the guys that I check in with. You check in with me every day too. So we check in with each other. So hopefully you're doing well. Like I said, check in with your people.
I'm good, man. Doing the best I can do. I'm keeping my head above water right now.
Good, brother. Good.
I'm glad to hear you, man. You doing good, man. You getting that money on.
Oh, I'm definitely getting good money there from Smart Financial. It's worked out great. I love the job. I'm less, stressful, even though Joe Sway calls my show and says it's the sports web. You should talk more sports than the Bucs. But listen, I give everybody what they want. If you guys want to talk Lightning, we talk Lightning.
Sports. I'm not mad that bad.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we'll talk more Lightning. I guarantee you we'll have some Lightning guests on. I just don't have the access that I have as I have to the Bucs. I got TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. He could talk Lightning with you. I know he could talk Lightning. He loves to talk Lightning, but when we're on this show, we like to talk Bucs. That's what we do. I give the people what they want.
It's football, college football, pro football. We're in the middle of the season. So.
Right. Agree. We'll talk Lightning though. Lightning has started. They started up, so we'll see what they can do here going forward. They've had a slow start. Everybody freaking out, but it's a long season. It's definitely a long season at this point. They're 1-3 right now, 4 points. So we'll see what they can do against the Blackhawks tomorrow night.
What was his name? Gretzky, man. He ain't here no more.
Well, there's more players than Gretzky here. Come on now, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah. They Russian now.
Well, that's all right. You got a guy like Nikita Kucherov. He's a pretty good Russian that's on the Tampa Bay Lightning. So
right.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, that's my extent of hockey.
That's your extended
so
hockey.
Anyway, let's talk about these Bucs, man. We're gonna go here and whoop up on these
whoop on these Saints, right? What's your biggest concern going into this game?
I just think we had to have more running.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Harry the Greek. Let's start out running. Let's pound the rock. We got 2 running backs that's moving their feet. So
Agree.
And then, get Baker in his groove, because that last game he was not in the groove.
He was not in the groove. He was definitely off at one of his
bus.
worst games. Yes, absolutely. Agree.
He didn't get off the plane, so that beautiful plane they got. So
yes, he was not
man,
good.
I just hope, man, we have a good game. Finish this out on a win. We can get this bye week, try to get healed up, because it's rough going right now, but we get healed up.
Listen, just get through the Saints game, take care of business, get your 6th win, go into the bye week, and once again, thank you to the football gods, because hopefully this Bucs team can heal up. Jim, anything else here, my friend?
No, I guess I can do a little bit good, bad, and ugly. I guess good would be
Give me good, bad, and ugly real quick.
all right, good. Let me think. Good is Mike Evans has a possibility to come back.
Okay.
And let's see, bad is these referees still need some counseling. Or
Awful. I think they could be the ugliest, but go ahead, you go with the bad. What's the ugly?
And then, man, I guess Buck Fumble, man, he's getting his lawyer, so he got out of the hospital.
All right, Jim. Good.
Something better.
We got to listen. We got to
All
work
right.
on. We got to work on this segment, because I think there's definitely potential to it. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I got to study a little more, because I haven't been studying like I was.
All right, my
I know
friend.
they do got that dude all over the news. Not even Dayton news.
Yes.
As far as what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
What's Buck Fangler's real name? Garcia.
Mark
He's all over-
Sanchez. Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's all over
Yeah.
Dayton news and everything,
Yes.
national news. I'm like, wow. But yeah, it's crazy.
All right, my
That's
friend.
all I got for you, man. Have a good night.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. We'll give you a go, Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
All right, no more phone calls. That's it. We're done. We're done with the phone calls. I told you we're going to keep it under 2 hours at this point. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it tight. We're going to keep it right. Again, get out to Tampa Joe's on Saturday at noon. The game starts, but we'll be on about 10:30, 11 o'clock a.m., 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Yours truly, possibly Travis Faley of Rocket Sports Entertainment. We'll see if Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy is going to come out on Saturday as USF takes on Memphis. And then Sunday, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the New Orleans Saints, 4:25 kickoff, which means we'll be on about 2:30, 2:45, give you a pregame show, get your concerns, talk about what's going on for the day. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube Super Chats. Thanks to all the guests tonight. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, the media icon, Mr. TJ Rives of the Buccaneer Radio Network. One last one. Jim Sutton makes me laugh. He does. Bobby says, why doesn't Jason ever make trades in the season? This may be the year that Jason Light makes a trade. We'll throw it out there, guys. So Jason Light, make a trade. What position do you want Light to trade for? 3 things. You know them, you love them, you got to have them. So here it is. Bring the passion. Bring our excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say on this show to end it off, go Bucs.